I am going to just do my best to unlock the new character. Pardon me, one of the two new characters. So we're not gonna take alt paths. We're just gonna play it cool. This is a spicy room to start with. We're just gonna play it cool here. It's so bright now, dude. It looks so bad now. It's never enough for you folks, is it? Gamma, please, crank it. Crank the gamma. You crank the gamma. 150, are you insane? 137 is the optimal gamma level. Something, $100 steak in a single bite. We're not a monolith. I kind of think it looks sick. My personal take, it looks sick. I'm keeping it, man. I can see between the floorboards. It's a new texture pack. I can see under the floorboards. I gotta tell you, I think I just spoiled myself. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna lower the gamma to 141. There you go. That's as low as we're getting. Perfect. Well, 141 and 3/8, please. Permaban. 24-hour ban. Permanent. Actually better. I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe my eyes are broken, but I don't notice a difference at all. It looks exactly the same to me. Me either. Maybe we'll take it down to like 136 real quick. I don't know. This room, don't forget, you're here forever. There was a significant difference. Oh, really? What was its p-value then? Under 0.05? I doubt it. Alright, before we fight this boss, we're going all the way back. We didn't get an item yet. It's DD Mega Doodoo value. It's a big floor, man. Am I insane? It feels like the curses have been a little bit more prolific thus far. I feel like they've recently changed the incidence rates and the proc values of the curses, repeating, of course. New hard mode does indeed increase curse rate. I'm gonna be honest, Ed, I don't know if you're still here. I don't mean this to be negative at all, but I saw like 2 hours before midnight you dropped like the change log. I opened it up and I was like, I'm gonna read this, and then I saw how tiny the scroll bar got, like how much you would have to scroll in order to read the whole thing, and I went, nah. I just closed the tab and I went to bed. I was like, that's way too... And then, like, the first thing was, like, you know... They were all about, like, individual item changes and stuff like that, and I'm like, there's no way. Like, I'll leave that to Purge Gaming. I'll do it live. Okay, Static Tears. Very strong item. No question there. It is nice that you get the first shop free now. No doubt about that. It is also nice that they finally came to their senses and nerfed a Thame and put it in the... See, that's the thing. I just knew a Thame was gonna get nerfed. I was so confident of it that I put it in the tier where I thought it belonged to begin with. If you really wanted to watch the world burn, you know what you would do now? Is re-rank all the items, but make a Thame higher. Now that's a good idea. Now we're talking. Okay. We have keys. We got speed. Is this always a luck down?
Luck down.
Believe that answers the question. Clip farming? It actually isn't? Oh, snake eater. Okay, here we go. What the heck? Double key room that wants another key? You said no alt path. Oh, frick. You're absolutely right. Oh no, my static tears, dude. Whatever. We'll do the alt path because the only reason we're on the alt path anyway is to get the double items that we can get from the mirror. And then once we get the mirror, we'll just bounce, dude. Then we're out of here. All right, that was a good use of our time there. But it's fine. Ludo, static tears, we got no problems. Yeah, although static tears doesn't do anything now. That's just until we break this synergy with another synergy. I called debate on Ludovico moving these enemies. Ludovico knockback. I sure hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Ludo is actually pretty sick early on. I got no complaints about that. Except for the aforementioned knockback. So the mirror will be on the next floor. Oh man, these bosses are a little spicy though. They can be a little spicy. I can smell that first win though. You smell that? That's victory. Who farted? Good one. Why didn't I think of that? Oh wait, I did. I didn't know it was your how dare you break win before me? I didn't know it was I'm sorry, baby, I didn't know it was your turn. Okay, the easiest enemy of all time. All you do is keep the crosshair on them and then walk around in a circle. And then occasionally get hit, but that's fine. Just to make everybody else out there feel better about getting hit themselves. Doubters, be gone. Look at this. Easy win. Easy HP. Down to the next floor. Feeling pretty good. HP is precious, man. Like, there's been times in my life I've insulted the item a little bit, or the stat. You know, the better you get at the game, the less relative value HP has. But obviously, you know, with the new expansion dropping, times are a little tougher now. I'm very happy to have as much HP as they'll give me. What's up with the little ghosts? Oh, come on, man. What's up with the little ghosts on the floor? I don't know if they're related to anything, but... You know, it's the same as... oh, hello. Like, even when like, Wrath of the Lamb came out, there were all sorts of crazy, like, conspiracy theories that seemed comical in hindsight. There's a room that has, like, the crest of Belial on the ground in open flames. My brain can't do it. It can't be done. And everybody was convinced that, like, if you use the Book of Belial in the room with the Belial crest, something crazy's gotta happen. And then what actually happened is you just wasted your Book of Belial charge because there's no enemies in the room. It was a good idea, don't get me wrong. That would have been pretty cool. Hagalaz? Gotta think about that. Okay. Okay. New Duke of Flies. Realize. Duke of Flies. Squammy. Squam. You know what? You could use a little bit of that. Saved? No! We were doing so well. Okay, I think we're done with the alt path temporarily. This run has a lot of lacking. We'll farm up the mirrors and then see what the rest of the world looks like. New worm just dropped. Earthworm's been real quiet since this one came out. You know what would be cool is if you added like a few more enemies into the game that do like that monster attack that's impossible to freaking tell where the shots are gonna land. I'm just salty I got hit. Yo, what's up with the blood door? I think I speak for the rest of Twitch when I say Monka? Oh, that's the sack room. Okay. Squeep. I can't believe I didn't get hit. I deserve to. I deserve to get hit, there's no question. Oh, am I? Hold on, my brain's starting to piece things together after an embarrassing length of time. So the alt floor maybe always has the double item rooms? It always has like the bonus question mark possibility? That's cool. I thought it just showed up either always or randomly. Okay, so I gotta think for a moment, all right? I need to find the white fire, and then I've got to remember that when I take damage, I get a tears upgrade, and a tears upgrade is quite valuable. Yeah, we can make something happen here. You know I gotta cop that double item room, yes sir. This sounds like John Bryan's original soundtrack for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Real ones, no. Good. I'm dead. I'm alive! Because I'm Lazarus. But we can't unlock the special character now. Which means I've got to go on the alt path. Because otherwise, we got nothing to gain, man. And when you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. Alright, believers, you're in... I'll probably actually just die right here. But believers, times are tough. If we make it out of this, remember if you were a believer, nobody thought you had it in you. Nobody in the history ever thought that this day would ever end. Well, guess what? It's never gonna end. Okay, HP please, HP. The only thing I'm disappointed with is the fact that we died in the minus realm. So by dying in the minus realm, we didn't get our bonus rate of fire ups, which is very disappointing. But, and then we need the key piece, that's it. Just the key piece. No, dude, I don't think we can take the alt path. I think I need to see what victory looks like. I mean, also, we don't have enough bombs right now, but... We're caught in a tough spot here. It's a bit tricky. Gotta go alt. Tell me you're a doubter without telling me you're a doubter. Yes, sir. Gotta go the alt path. Coward. Coward. Egg lost his Zane. Lost his Zane. You've changed, man. Yes, sir. Empty shops. Nothing in the putts. Alright, well, we're going down to... Well, we're going back to the non-minus realm. But I mean, you can say all the yes sirs you want to say. We can't go on the alt path if we only have one bomb. We're stuck. Now, if you could inform me as to the location of the shop, we could maybe change that, but... Yeah, I think we're stuck. It's somewhere around. There it is. There's no bomb for sale, but there is a sack. The sack gave us a single key. Honestly, one of the greatest rip-offs of all time. That's terrible. And 2 bombs. It did give us a bomb. You're absolutely right. Let's go. Doubters, we're riding. We sucked up the bomb so fast. Oh, and a spirit heart. Wait, that wasn't bad at all. Doubters, we ride at dawn. For the YouTube audience, a doubter is someone who used their channel points to bet on this being a loss. A believer, conversely, is somebody who bet on this run being a victory. Okay. The world is a vampire, of course. We've said it many times before. We'll say it again. We're taking a question mark here. Because the question mark could be anything. It could even be a mom item. Takes a bit. Little Loki. Slap in the face. I do see a library, though. And a library has a lot of value. I forgot what was happening. Oh, little Loki's actually amazing because it works with our static tiers. Okay, okay. So there's a chance here. The Pog knows no bounds. I'm not even, like, aiming at anything. I'm just trying to get the static to hit enemies. But this is, like, it's a bit messy, no doubt. Some survivability would go a long, long way. So, just throwing out there, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you would just give me, like, the first damage upgrade I've ever received in my entire Repentance history. I knew it, too. I knew it. I was like, just put me in a safe spot. Come on, man. They can't be dodged. Okay, no, doubters, not today. Not this room. Just one more room. One more room, can of corn, and I'll be all right. Can of corn. Single key, please. A single key so we can access the library. Just chill. Just chill. We're chilling. Not much, dog. What's up with you? Lots of bombs. Single key, please. Yo, they do be moving quick. How did I get hit by you before? That's so embarrassing. All you do is, like, move a little. Help. It's getting a little close. Yep, okay, you got me. You got... That's a tough one, man. You know how it is. Yes, sir, pay out the doubters. We're gonna run this one back real quick. It is what it is. I'm a man of my word. Sir, pay out the doubters. That was... The chat took so long to load that when I hit the mute button, it didn't actually mute. Tell me you're muted without telling me you're muted. Pay him. There they go. All right, now what happens is this is how good believers turn toxic. We're going to unlock this character. Now, people that believed the last 2 times are going to be doubters. And then I'm going to win, and they're going to be like, now it's time to become the Joker. This is how young gamers get radicalized in Twitch chat. You know, I just wrote a blog post about this. This is like why I hate video games. They're the ultimate male power fantasy. Tough times never last. Only tough people last. Blah. Sorry, once per stream. I can do it once per stream. And that's like mercy, because I think about it constantly. What, it's not always a lockdown? Sometimes it's a shot speed up, which is almost as bad. Golden bombs. Now we're talking. 5 joke Andy. Imagine making fun of someone's breathtaking originality and humor while simultaneously appending Andy to the end of your sentiment. Like, come on, man. Try harder. The average egg enjoyer versus the Soy Jack Andy Writer. What you should do is make a meme that's like NL deciding which of his 2 jokes to use, and then it's the guy in the spaceship that's like patting his forehead, and then one button is like tough times never last, tough people last, blah, 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 and then the other button is like ooh, 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 papa, ooh, ooh. See, that would get me going. That would get the memes started. I'm a Germa fan, you gremlin. I don't know what that means. You're gonna insult me, speak English, okay? Otherwise, how am I supposed to be offended? Also, I'm not a gremlin. You have me confused with Natsuki from Doki Doki Literature Club? I'm not a cat. We don't want that. Spoilers? 30 million in total on this bet. Yes, sir. Sorry. Tell me you're a believer without telling me you're a believer. How do you have 30? No, 30 million total. Okay, because I was like, if you have 30 million channel points, you shouldn't have said it. Because if I ever bring back channel point rewards, which is on the fence, now I have to set the minimum at like, 10 million. Like I'm a match 3 indie game or something like that. Demco just signed a 5-year extension. Rip in chat for Demco. 5 more years getting lit up on the thing because the Canucks have a Swiss cheese defense. F for Demco. Rip for Demco in chat. Just kidding. God love him. Thanks, Thatcher. Looking forward to it. Who? I'm stupid. Whatever. Easy wins. No, not stupid. Built different. Now we're talking. Okay, we're not doing alt path this time. Alt path is for cowards. We're not doing alt path. We have to unlock the new character, Bethany. You know any Bethany's in real life? I knew one. She was on my robotics team in 8th grade. And also, I forgot. I've told this. This is deep lore. I've told this story before, but like every year at the school talent show, there was a duet of 2 young ladies who always sang that terrible Christmas song, "Christmas Shoes." Can I buy these shoes for my mama, please? It's Christmas Eve and these shoes are just her size. But then the store owner is like, actually, you're 25 cents short, so can you put those back on the shelf? But then the nicest person you'll ever meet was like, I'll donate 26 cents to save your mom. Daddy says there's not much time. And his name, Albert Einstein. Anyway, long story short, Bethany was one of the 2 ladies who sang that song every year. And every year it made like the same 4 teachers cry. That's it. I mean, she's a pretty nice lady. I got nothing against her. But I was pretty damn sick of the song. But, that's fine. No, she was a pretty good singer. I just think like her taste in music could use some work, but like if she got up there and she started singing like, Debaser by the Pixies, I would have been like, oh, pog, but she wasn't ready for that. It's a lot of familiars in this game, huh? What'd you do at the talent show? Freaking watched in the audience? Streaming hadn't been invented yet, so, wrong place, wrong time. People were like, this guy's really funny, but, like, you can't just You don't want to get up on stage and do stand-up comedy in high school, you know? All your jokes are going to go over their heads. Most popular comedian back then was Dane Cook. I can't compete with that. Dude's hopped up on taurine. Okay, we're actually like this feels like I'm cheating right now. Like I'm playing default Isaac. So I'm very tempted to take the alt path. I gotta be honest. I'm very tempted to take the alt path. But they didn't give me anything too great here. So you know what? I'm just gonna master diagonal walking, and I'm not gonna risk it too much. We think about Bethany. Yeah, the Christmas shoes. Think about the Christmas shoes. Okay, the master of diagonal walking has logged on. Papanada moba dis papanada. This is the most I've ever seen conjoined in my entire life. It's crazy. Do it for her, and her is like the mental picture that I have of Bethany, who I have not seen in literally like 17 years. I'm just watching chat. It's big text. Deleted by Moobot. Banned. Unbanned. Like, you just got hit with, like, all the Infinity Stones simultaneously. You're probably dizzy right now. Sorry, I misclicked. It's no problem. It's no... I was going through Apollo's, ban requests, or unban requests, earlier today. Dude, he's zombie juice! It makes me laugh every time, man. It's just, they're just such weird bans. Like, a couple days ago, somebody got banned from his chat. They just kept typing dumb dog harem over and over with no context. Dumb dog harem, dumb dog harem, dumb dog harem. And then, like, they got banned and they wrote an essay in the replies that's like, I'm sorry. I know now that what I did was not okay, but I just thought, lol, it'd be funny. And you're like, what are you talking about, man? Like, people be crazy. I mean, maybe with the context from the stream, it's not so bad. I don't know. No, like, I'm not trying to invite this. You gotta try a little harder than that to get banned here. We have upped the bans a little bit just because, you know, I've finally given myself permission to ban the known quantities who come around to just try to start arguments all the time. But even still, we're talking like a couple people a week, really, get permit here. A couple of people a week that are like real human beings and not just like ASCII art. I keep the MF and thing on me. Precisely true. He's not taking any BS anymore. But I think it's because, like, for other streamers, like, what annoys them is when people are rude. For me, like, the thing that I'll, like, the cardinal sin for my chat is when they make a joke that's, like, funnier than the joke I made. And I'm like, oh, you think you're really funny? Let's see how funny you are when you can't talk. Because I think that's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. What do you think? Oh, silence? Oh, the cat got your tongue? Freaking buttholes, man. Should think of that before you try making jokes in here. NL, you look like a very huggable person. Yeah, I haven't been to the gym since COVID broke out, really. So I'm you know, I'm not working on it, but it's like on the list of things to work on once I get vaccinated in freaking like 2027 or whenever. Like now I don't even know what's gonna be the limiting factor for vaccination for me. If it's gonna be that I'm last in line because, you know, I'm only 32. Or if it's going to be that, like, we don't get the shipments, or, like, the shipments, they keep putting them on pause for, you know, like, concerns. Or if the BC government is just never going to actually hire web developers to make their websites. They keep crashing or just being non-functional due to the amount of traffic they're receiving. So, I don't know, one of these days, like, it's happening, man. But it's going to be a bit. I'm just saying, they need to hire, like, some more BCIT grads and a few less SFU grads. If they get some BCIT grads in there, they're going to sort that out right away. My points. You're losing me, my jury. He went off. Oh, he's saying it. What was your lifting routine? I did 5-3-1, boring but big. I would recommend it. Like, it's very simple. It's good for building, you know, strength and mass as long as you eat properly. And it's not like, one of the things I liked about it the most is that it's like uncomplicated. Like, instead of, you know, there's things, I forget now, but I was like way into it. I forget, there's a Reddit user who was like really jacked, and he made a, like a plan for basically how to get that jacked. N-Sons, that's it. See, I told you, I know just enough to know what I don't know. And I remember like looking at, the plan, and it was like literally like when you have like bench day, you do like 27 sets of bench pressing or something like that. I'm just like, man, I can't do that. That's for somebody that's in a different place in their life, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. You know, you got trade-offs one way or the other. 5-3-1 was at like, it was at a great level for me of easy to follow and showed good results without, you know, requiring too long in the gym. I did like a 3-day split, so like I would do, I think I did squats and overhead press on the same day, and then like bench had its own day. Now I'm way out of it, man. And deadlifting had its own day. And the longest workout day was like 90 minutes. But it's not so bad. It's much better than... Well, much easier, at least, than the, like, 120-minute minimums. That's... Honest, I did 5x5. That's right, I didn't do 5-3-1. Never mind. You're absolutely right, I did 5... Yeah, no, wait. Oh, hold on. I did 5x5. And then I pivoted to 5-3-1. Yeah. Because I read online, I don't know how true it is, but I had done like 2 months of Strong Lifts 5x5, and then I read online that deadlifting heavy 3 times a week could cause like a compressed vertebrae, and I was like, you know what? Get me out of that. Look, I want to get in shape, but not at that cost. Anyway. Yeah, it does. It turns out it does both. But anyway, that's a long time ago. Now I work out at the library, where I read the Wall Street Journal. Could you take some damage, please? Doubters have been real quiet. You hate to see it, right? Like, I'm almost like, oh, snooze, another win. I could use some damage, though. We are at 2.8 damage. That's a little on the low side. Wins are good for morale, though. People are like, obvious wins, Resident Sleeper. Bro, I have 2.8 damage. Yeah, but wow, the food here is terrible. Yeah, what small portions as well. Our conjoined is terrible. What's your fire rate? Yeah, I haven't learned how to like contextualize that now because it goes from low to high instead of high to low now. I don't know what happened. The doors just opened up because I took too long. Oh, let's go! It's something. It's not... It's good quality of life. Very helpful. That's shots per second now. Like Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. By the way, did you know Sonic the Hedgehog 2? I don't mean to flex. Filming right now in downtown Vancouver. You guys want anything to say? I can pass on a message, maybe to Sonic or to James Marsden. No spoilers. I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know if James Marsden dies in the first one. Do you know Jim Carrey? Yeah, we hang out in the same Facebook groups. Dude, that's absolutely right. Don't even talk to me about Jim Carrey. I'm gonna be so cheesed if he gets vaccinated before me. I'll never recover, man. Like, psychologically. Physically, I'll probably be fine, but... Get ready, you're gonna be upset? No, no, no. Well, no, I'd rather he be vaccinated, but, you know, I still think... I mean, it's hard, right? Like, it's hard to not see the vaccine as, like, a reward for good behavior. Like, that's why I'm like, we did everything right. Where's our vaccine? And they're like, nah, the people who, you know, kind of screwed it up are gonna get vaccinated first. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense, but I'm still mad. Okay. This is eye drops. Tier size plus range up. Okay. 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 Now down to the next floor, please. Minor Pog. Nope, I refuse. I refuse to take damage here. I got vaccinated by the AstraZeneca vaccine, and then they banned it 30 minutes later in my country. It's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell. When I wake up in the morning, get the alarm clock warning, and you know I'm gonna make it on time. Because I see the bus fly by. Sorry. 24-hour ban. Permanent. There's little batteries now. They didn't nerf batteries. There's little batteries and normal size batteries. It's alright to be a little bitty. Little bitty town versus big old city. Might as well sing. Might as well smile. Life goes on for a little bitty while. Randy Travis. Look it up, sweetheart. Country music has an anti-city agenda. It's actually Alan Jackson. It might be. Might be Randy Jackson. Like, little bitty town versus big old city. I know what I would choose. But then also, don't even get me started on Alan Jackson's Gone Country. The whole song is basically about how, like, you know, if you live in those big cities, like, get ready, because people are gonna, like, break into your house and, like, steal your things. But as soon as you move to a city with, like, 6 people in it, your life's gonna be totally fine. I think there might be a line, now that I think there might be a line in Gone Country about how Las Vegas is full of sinners. Just give me 1 sec, okay? Hold on. Gone Country lyrics. This, by the way, if you're new here, this is typical. We do this from time to time. Give it a sec. Give it a sec, hold on. He commutes to LA, but he's got a house in the valley, but the bills are piling up and the pop scene just ain't on the rally. And he says, honey, I'm a serious composer, schooled in voice and composition, but with the crime and the smog these days, this ain't no place for children. I hate it so much. Oh, man. That being said, she's been playing a room on the strip for 10 years in Vegas. Every night she looks in the mirror, and she only ages. Doesn't even rhyme. She's been reading about Nashville, and all the records that everybody's buying. Says, I'm a simple girl myself. Grew up on Long Island, she's gone country. I hate it, man. Anyway, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but Small town girl. She grew up on Long Island, you know, in like the third most populous U.S. state. No big deal. Nashville, by the way, real small town. But we listen to country music there, so it's the country. Quick guess. Population size of Nashville, 900,000 in the metro area. Confirmed or denied? I mean in the city proper, not in the metro area. $700,000? Back on top. Sad. Couldn't even be bigger than Vancouver? If I wanted to go country, I'd move to your largest city. How does that make you feel? Be nice to get out of the hustle bustle. Sorry, it's too far. I have nothing against Nashville. Now New Orleans. We don't speak about that. And you see how seamlessly we slipped back into banter now that we're on a guaranteed one run? Oh, man. Everybody likes New Orleans? I have never been to New Orleans. Incredible history, of course. My parents have been to New Orleans, and they said they did not really enjoy themselves. Because Bourbon Street smelled like, you know, fluids and biohazard stains and stuff like that. And then the other reason I have a prejudice against it is because the worst person in 90 Day Fiancé history is from New Orleans. But apart from that, I got nothing against it. Except, isn't that the place where the hotel just fell down? Okay, doubters have been real quiet. Didn't like a big hotel just fall over in New Orleans in like 2017 or something like that? That happens everywhere. I don't think so. Because then it wouldn't be news. It would be in the periodicals. The front fell off. Look, if you're into jazz or fried shrimp sandwiches, both of which, by the way, appeal to me. Go see Tiny Boop Squig Shorterly live at the House of Blues. Dan Aykroyd opens. Just take away the mic when he starts talking about alien technology. What the? This seems pretty good. Alright, new character about to be unlocked. I'm not even looking at... I'm glancing the whole time. Can we talk about 90 Day? No, I haven't been watching this much of this season. I catch it every now and then when I, like, you know, I'm just chilling. I did see that... I mean, TLC, they put out a... It was a fake season, right? Like, every episode, they were like, I cannot be to marry him. And then the next episode, they're like, guess what? We got married. So, the show's always a little fake, but it was like... It was faker than usual from what I could glean from this season. I've seen some Brandon clips. Dude, Brandon was who I was talking about like a couple months ago when the season started. I was laughing that he was talking with his mom about how like he and his fiance don't use contraception. And then like his mom made an appointment at the doctor for his fiance to get some birth control. And he was just in the back of the car on the drive there playing his Nintendo Switch. It's like, come on, man. You're setting gamers back like 30 years with this portrayal. Like you're a 26-year-old adult, you're about to get married, and mom made your doctor's appointment for your fiance and is driving her to the doctor's office while you're playing Animal Crossing back there. You're not ready to have a kid, man. Oh, it's true. It was like February 2020, so it's not... It was not Animal Crossing. He was probably playing Breath of the Wild. He's probably a speedrunner. Do 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 do. Anyway, they got married. Because, you know, every episode, you know, they have a huge problem. I don't know if the wedding's gonna happen. Next episode, we're married. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you only have 90 days, right? Like, if you have, like, a big argument, it's not like you can really put it off. I do feel like a couple of the couples got a little screwed, like... Because, like, they had major fights, but it was in the middle of, like, the first COVID lockdown, so they're like, you can't even leave. So, like, your only options were, like, get married or go to jail. Which is, you know... It's a tough decision, I guess. And I think some of them made the wrong one, but... The show is called 90 Day Fiancé. It's must-watch television. It was recently ranked by TV Guide as the best show in television history, much better than One Piece or My Hero Academia. Or Attack on Titan, the final season, really for real this time. We promise, pinky swear, unless the ratings are good. No deal with the devil. This is a, dude, it's a long run. Or maybe I've been streaming for a while. That's possible too. Could not be more wrong. Wait a minute, hold on. This appeals to me. 24-hour ban, permanent. Have you seen Marriage or Mortgage? I have not, but this sounds like a show that might be a little bit up my alley. That show is great. Hold on, hold on. Marriage or Mortgage TV program. How much of the show is actually scripted? A wedding planner and a real estate agent compete to win the hearts and budgets of couples who must choose between a fairy tale wedding and a dream home. So is... Oh, but they're real couples. So it's not like... Because what I was thinking was like, it was like The Bachelor, but at the end of the show, the guy could choose the girl or the house. And I was like, that guy's getting some equity. Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Why would you ever... And I understand where I'm going with this. Like, just work with me for a second. If you get the choice between your dream home and your dream wedding, and you don't snap pick the dream home, you are a fool. They're not giving out homes for $100 down at City Hall. You know? These are not two life events that are created equal in terms of the financial cost. They still have to pay for the home? What is... then what's the show? I don't assume they would give them a house. They give them a 5% down payment? And closing costs? Okay, like, that's not nothing. But I can't help but feel like they couldn't even up it to 20. Like, they're literally taking advantage of, like, the, you know, lowest interest rates in human history. They give you the 5% down payment and the maximum monthly mortgage payment. That's insane. There you go. Just choose a $1 billion home. Yeah, you could just live in Notch's house. With the candy room and everything. Okay, hold on. The Emperor card. Doubters are on notice right now. We finished this floor. We beat both bosses. We use the Emperor card. We finish the cathedral instantly. We go to the chest. And we get a good item, and then we win the run. It's that simple. Bethany, I can already see you. You're a fine girl. What a good run you would be. We have an orbital. Emperor's still better, though. I can't read the comment, but it seems to explain some of the kayfabe with Marriage or Mortgage. I didn't know this was on Netflix. Like, I have been pretty hard on Netflix recently. I might give one episode of Marriage or Mortgage a chance. I'll give it a shot. It's not like there's anything else. What, are they making The King's Gambit? I don't think so. You'll get mad, that's for sure. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I have indeed seen some of the American seasons of Married at First Sight. I think Sips was talking about it on Monday. It's a truly, like, flabbergasting show. It's you know, like how we used to rag on tiny house shows because, you know, they'd be like, I want to live in a tiny house, and then when every house they got shown, they'd be like, it's a little tight in here. And you're like, yeah, I want a tiny house, but by the way, I also want to have a full king-size California bed. And you're like, can't be done. It's got everything I'm looking for, but it doesn't have my California king bed. That's because it's a tiny house, madam. We couldn't fit your tennis courts in here either. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's Married at First Sight is kind of like that, where like they're so gleefully ignorant. They're like, why doesn't everybody just get married like on a TV show at first sight without even knowing like anything about the person they're gonna get married to? It's so easy. Forehead. And then like a week later, they're like, I hate you, and I never want to see you again. Like, they're always so confident that they've made the right decision, and, like, everybody else is a dummy. And then they have, like, one argument, and they're like, I want you to die. And I'm like, that's why most people don't, like, actively pursue marrying a stranger on television, dummy. I love it when the friends are roasting the spouse. I mean, it's a bad dynamic for sure. I mean, like, why do you think people put so much, you know, care and work and time into choosing their spouse? You know, if you could just like walk into the store and then, you know, be like, oh, you know, what can I do? I'm just looking for anything, you know. It's just crazy. Government mandated spouse. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Don't even get me started. I rage quit. It doesn't happen that much because I love watching TV shows that make me mad. The television program on Netflix, Indian Matchmaking, made me so mad I couldn't watch it anymore. Like, I can tolerate watching almost anything, and like we finished one episode of that, and then we just let a second one autoplay. And I was like, I hate this. And then we almost let it, like, Kate didn't pick up the remote after the second episode, so it started playing. And I was like, if you don't mind, I'm going to turn this off because I hate it. Like, I'm not normally that strong with my diction. But I was like, just so many of the ladies on that show were like, they were so rude. Like, it was too much for me. There's one lady on the show, I forget her name, but her brain is like, or her dialogue is seared into my brain. I think she was named like Aparna or something like that. And she was going out on these cool dates with these guys who were like, you know, really trying their hardest and had things like they were professionals and stuff like that. And then like the one guy was a podcaster. And she was like, you know, I don't really respect him. I don't think I could respect a man that, like, he works at a job like that. And I was like, what the hell are you talking? I looked him up on Twitter. He had, like, you know, 60,000 followers on Twitter or something like that. And he was just laying into her, like, nicely. But, you know, she was terrible, man. The show made me so upset. I mean, it wasn't, like, inconsolable, but I was just like, I don't wish this lady the best. I don't wish her the worst, but I certainly do not actively give her my well wishes. No, it's not on site. On site, I would like, you know, I would be like, oh, hey, that's that nasty lady from Indian matchmaking. Let's cross the street. She's my lawyer and she's not very friendly in real life either? How did that happen? But isn't that's kind of what you want out of a lawyer, right? Well, I don't know. Are you being charged with the crime, or are you taking someone to small claims court? If you've been charged with the crime, I don't know if that's the energy you want, but if you're trying to extort a local business, maybe. I mean, I don't, again, like, and this sounds rude, right? Like, but I don't really care if she's nice as a lawyer. But, like, when she's, like, going on blind dates and also wondering, like, why she's still single despite being, like, you know, a woman in her mid-30s with a stable career, I'm like, you know, maybe you should turn the lens of introspection on for a second and realize that you're based on the TV show, you're just kind of unpleasant to be around, quite frankly, because your standards are so high versus, like, what you're bringing to the table. You've unlocked Bethany! He's done it! Dude, we should do some challenges on this stream, too. I just ignored the deal with the devil. Not a wise play, but... Rise up, believers. Anyway, that's, oh, new animation. It's a pretty cool item now. Hold on. I just realized that all of our familiars have become orbitals thanks to Friend Necklace. That's actually pretty sweet. Anyway, long story short, that's like one of the only shows in my life I've ever rage quit. Otherwise, when a show like makes me mad, I usually feel good. It's like a release. That one, though, I was just like, they should cancel the series because this lady's just, she's just too rude. Horse only has 2 charges? It's a dream come true. I hate all that. Did I tell you? I understand. I mean, I don't know. Do you call me a homeowner? I am making payments on a home, but the vast majority of it still belongs to the bank. But either way, you know, I don't know if that's... Does a homeowner own their house, or is it just someone who's working to own their house? Anyway, solidarity or whatever. But there's this show... It's on HGTV, and it takes place in the South. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's called, like, Simple Home or something like that. Sweet Home. And I just remember being, like, so mad while I was watching it. Because they did this episode where, like, these 2 brothers... Hometown, that's it. These 2 brothers were like, hey, we want to, like, buy a new location for our restaurant. Oh, you're still alive. And then she showed them, like, 2 different places, and then they were like, okay, which one are you gonna get? And then they said, we've decided, and then they went to a commercial break. Then they came back, recapped, and were like, we've decided to just buy both of them. And I turned it off, because I was like, quit bragging. Now that's a room right there. I was watching to see if you were gonna go with the old colonial house that's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it's in a nice part of town, or if you were gonna go with the ultra-modern, open kitchen concept, and instead you're like, oh, we've decided to just buy both, because, you know, money's no object. You've removed the conceit. Just buy both, forehead. Just, be dead. Not the guys, I mean this enemy. I need you to be dead so that I can win this run and play as the new character. I'm trying to be rich and frivolous one of these days. I mean, it's ambitious, don't get me wrong. It's just on a TV show like that, like, you know. I mean, HGTV is just kind of like, it's in a weird spot for me, right? Like, I can't pretend like that you know, am like living out of a shoebox or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, the housing crisis is one of the eminent issues facing my generation. And then HGTV is like, we like them both, so we just decided to like buy both of them and then like take double the supply necessary off the market, just because I like them, just because like I think I really like the awning on this one is really good, and then the other one seems nice to live in. Anyway, it's their right. Don't get me wrong. They're not doing anything like illegal. Just kind of like, you know, kind of like be quiet about it. I just think they're neat. Were they in Vancouver? No, they wish. Sorry, that was too... They're really, though, like... Look, screw them, man. Pinky eye. We'll take it. They'd gone country, let's put it that way. There was an episode of I don't remember if it was Love It or List It, or if it was House Hunters, but there was an episode of House Hunters or Love It or List It Vancouver that had a streamer on it. I am not joking, because my mom watches all those shows. She was like, she took a photo of her TV set. This was like 5 years ago, and was like, check it out, there's a streamer on here. No, it was not me. But it was like an OG streamer YouTuber. It was, I think it was, oh, what's his name? I think it was Juicetra? Who I think lives in Vancouver. I think he's involved with Monster Cat as well. Like he might be like a co-founder of Monster Cat or something like that. I was like, that's a little spicy, man. You're a streamer and you're like, they're showing photos of your house on the television. Then again, I think the overlap between like internet trolls and people that watch HGTV is probably a little on the low side. I imagine. No, I didn't. I've never seen the episode. My mom watched it, though. But, you know, next time I see my mom, I'll ask her. I'll be like, hey, what else did they end up going with on that show? And they'll be like, he bought both. And I'll be like, ah, put that cookie down. How long? This is a long run, man. I mean, I've heard of long runs before, but this run is long. I tell you, I never get no respect. This run is so long. It's so long. If you ran it, you would have run a marathon. I never get any respect. Sorry. I gotta work on the punchline a little bit. Where's the boss, dude? I'm a big fan of 2 Charge White Pony. No doubt about that. You know what I miss? I miss when the Food Network was shows where people cooked, but they weren't in competition with one another. Like when they used to have a show. I mean, Jamie Oliver was one of them, obviously, as well. And, you know, but like, you know, Giada at home, Nigella Lawson at home, etc., etc. Now they're always fighting, man. I thought food was supposed to bring us together. Donkey. We've won. /marker. Repentance